the Swans forward line.
7.5 minutes left. 2 points the margin. Cook for the Swans. Paddles the ball. Grant. Hand passes chopped off by White. Good tackling by O'Loughlin. And another ball up.
It's that kind of game where one missed tackle is almost going to be the difference in the game. It's very tight and there's no easy kicks.
7 minutes remaining in this contest. It hasn't been the prettiest game of Australian football you'll ever see, but it's been tight and it's been tough. Stevens again. Off a step, kicks to half forward. Gee, that's a mark to Bays. I was almost going to say John Russo is that 50. It might have crossed the umpire's mind as well.
It really has to cause an undue delay. Mark taken. All sort of mixed up with the marking contest. It really wasn't a separate incident from the marking contest, so I don't think that should have been paid as.
A goal here will put Sydney in front by 4 points. And he's done it. Sydney hit the lead again.
Well, the Swans have kicked the last 4 goals. They did trail by 21 points at one stage, but they now lead by 4. And they come forward again through Stevens. Stevens kick to the forward pocket. Lewis can't keep the ball in. Now Brad Boyd. What's happening here? You've lost 2 games by a kick this year. Are you a bit nervous?
I am a bit nervous. It's very tight. The game keeps on changing, but you know, there's still plenty of time. We just, as Lee said, not to panic and just continue on, you know, man on man. And yeah, it is a bit nerve-wracking, no? We really need this one.
I'll look after you.
Thanks, Dipper.
Well, in a tight game, 4 goals on the trot is unusual. Chris Scott gets the hand pass to Hart. Kicked by Hart with distance to half forward. Bradshaw almost with one hand, scooped away by Roos. Creswell need to kick it harder. It stayed in for Alistair Lynch, who now is on the forward line. He centres the ball. Lepic! Oh! Roos is there. And it'll be a ball up. Gee, it was looking like a Lepic mark right in front.
And I think Lynch could have been given a go in the forward line a little bit earlier. The way he's been played, his defensive work has been up the ground. And there we see Lepic. He's always going to never die wondering whether he could have marked it.
Punch away by Stafford. Nix punches it even further. It'll clear the boundary line before Seymour can get there. It's out of bounds, almost in the forward pocket for the Brisbane Lions. Sydney has kicked the last 4. 5.5 minutes left in the match. The difference is 4 points. Can Brisbane pinch it? I suppose it's fair to say Sydney's probably already pinched it the way they're going. Lappin to Bradshaw. Now a chance for Chapman. Oh, that's a real up and under kick again. No mark taken down there. Dunkley tries to clear the area. Tristan Lynch. Under pressure, hurried hand pass. Trask. Snap. Keating in front, marks! Well, clever kick by the youngster. I'll give him the credit for that, Lee. He didn't have a shot. He centred it. And Keating's got the grab.
That's where the percentages are. I mean, the crowd might roar if he'd kicked it. It was an impossible angle, though, from Trask. He put the ball out in front. Keating happened to be on the end of it, but if the team knows the ball's going to be kicked towards the end of the goal square, it's amazing how the big fellas will position themselves to be on the end of it when it comes in.
Well, go and make a cup of tea. He's about to put his boot back on.
So it could be a while.
Well, a straight kick here, and the Lions are back in front. So,
while we've got this delay, Brad, do you think that Alistair Lynch could have done with a run up in the forward line a little bit earlier?
I agree with that one. I mean, across half forward, I think, you know, there hasn't been a real target. Like, it's been good with Lepic and Bradshaw on the full forward line, but you're right, it could have been a pretty handy move, I think.
Keating for his first goal today. He'll be kicking from 25 metres out, directly in front. Leaps in, kicks and goals. Lions back in front. Nine individual goal kickers now for Brisbane, and they've wrested the lead from Sydney yet again after Sydney had kicked the last 4, 12-13 to 12-11.
Again, just that contest out there was excellent. Again, we mentioned the centre of the ball, but with 4.5 minutes to go, well, if you can forecast who's going to win this game, you're a better man than I.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. What about people in tipping competitions? Or have had the house on a result here today. Well, the lead has changed again. It's changed 15 times today. The Lions lost to Port Adelaide by 2 points. They lost to Fremantle by 5 points. And at the moment, they're clinging to a very narrow lead, but it's certainly not safe. 4.5 minutes left. Hand pass up the ground from Seymour. Bays, long inside the 50. Oh, great mark! Daryl White.
It's those extension arms he's got. They just keep pushing further out to... That's fantastic. I mean, we think of the big mark, but that kind of mark is just as good, just as spectacular, or even more difficult.
Well, that could be a match saver by Daryl White, who's so often taken high marks, big climbs. Oh, that was amongst the best. Here he goes again, getting it back. And now Kennedy. 85 to 83, Brisbane in front. Kicked by Kennedy towards half forward. Voss sets himself and marks.
Oh, play on.
Yes, told to play on by the umpire. Kicked by Voss inside the 50. Alistair Lynch leads and marks on his chest. And the crowd's going berserk at the prospects of Alistair Lynch kicking a goal here, which you'd nearly think might make the game safe for the Lions if they lead by more than a goal.
Got the breeze at his back, Drew. Be a chance.
Yeah, right-hand goalpost. The ball's going to go from right to left the way Lynch is looking at the goals. Let's see if he can put it on line.
Virtually all day in defence. Move forward in the last quarter for a goal!
Ten players for the Lions have kicked goals.
Yes, and Lynch, obviously he's played full forward plenty of time, and when the ball came forward, when it was Voss he was called to play on, this is where a good forward knows where to run. He knows the space to go into, and Lynch found the hole, and then he just scraped the ball through. He was probably only 35 metres out, but only just made the distance. 16
disposals for Alistair Lynch. That's the most valuable so far. 271 goals in his career now. Stafford and Clark, Hart missed it. Cook confronts him. Stevens, standing start, kick up towards half forward. That's as far as it's going. Chapman.
Two Swans collided. They're down.
Put the glasses back on them. Couldn't pick them up, but importantly, it's on the forward line. Cook gets confronted. Lappin.
Free kick to Cook for holding the man.
Timely decision.
Carey and O'Loughlin had the collision, and they're both not too good.
Let's take a look at it. This is the free kick.
Hasn't got the footy, tackled. Free kick for holding the man.
This is where every Lions player must have his direct opponent. Know they're in front. You know it's only a few minutes to go. High percentage football, you'll win the game.
Cook at left half back. Sydney needs 2 goals to steal the game. Keating bombs it long. Cook again. He's going to have to come across goals, is he? His kick needs to be really good. Lepic is there with a chance. Wolf, Lepic, Wolf. The big fellow. Lynch from Bradshaw. Hart kicked a great goal in the 3rd quarter. Back to the big fellow, Bradshaw again, the youngster. Cook rushes it through from behind, so still Sydney needing 2 goals. Still they've got time to get them. 1:51 and counting down. 13-14 to 12-11. What a game.
Well, are you barracking loudly, Brad?
Yeah, they are around me too. Geez, it's tight, and I think Lee's right, where if we just man up, you know, we've got the momentum. And it was interesting also talking about Alistair Lynch just a minute ago, and he was swung half forward, and it's probably changed the game.
Creswell's kick over centre wing. Grant with Scott. Good tackle by Chris Scott. Play on, says the umpire. The ball's rushed over the boundary line, and the Brisbane fans who know their footy reckons that was holding the ball.
Shannon Grant actually handballed the ball, and Derek Humphrey-Smith signalling that, punching, showing that he did handball the footy after he was tackled.
So, Queensland crowd was dealing with a Queensland umpire. Hand pass from Orchard. He wants it to stay in. Clever. It's still in. Nobody wants to chase it. They'll wave the white flag.
I reckon Chris Scott, I've never seen a bloke barracking so hard for the ball to go out of bounds. that 15 metres looked like a marathon to Chris Scott.
Boundary throw in.
Here we see Grant punch the footy. It's only a little punch, but nevertheless he punches it after he's tackled by Chris Scott.
And as I say, at the moment you've got to have one player apiece. Chris Scott is actually on his own there. He's just playing the defensive side, and that's the percentage position. make sure there's no space forward of this boundary throw-in.
1:16 left, and the Swans need 2 goals. Kicked by Voss is smothered. Orchard, in he goes. Maxfield. This is inside 50. A mark will be handy. Lachlan underneath it. Roos can't run. Seymour at the back of the pack. Roos another chance. The Lions tackling very hard and forcing a ball up near the cricket pitch. The clock's now down to 47 seconds, and the Swans need 2 goals to win. Brad Boyd, thanks for joining us. I think by you joining us today might have changed the Lions' luck.
Yeah, I think so, and I couldn't have done it without Dipper's help. He's been fantastic down here.
Yeah, orchestrating the crowd, no doubt.
Thanks very much.
So ball up, inside a minute to go. Stevens, kick smothered. Well, they have manned up, as Brad suggests they do. Nix, Maxfield, loves the left foot. Long bomb with the left. Oh, what's he done with it? He's kicked it. There's still a chance for Sydney. It's a goal. 14 seconds remaining in the match.
Well, somehow or other they allowed Maxfield to get clear. I mean, they really just had to hold the ball up. It's really forward football in those situations. If you allow the ball to go forward of the pack your way, it's amazing how you're going to have a teammate free and clear. And the Lions let the ball out. So with a few seconds to go, this centre bounce is going to be a beauty.
92 plays 89 seconds remaining in the match. Sydney have got to get it down and get a goal. Brisbane want to man up quickly. Buse back on. Clark punches it solidly. Lepic, they want to retain possession. It's down the Lions' end. Keating, Wolf, Lepic, Cook's got him. There's the siren. Lions are home in a thriller. Some deep breaths up there. Maybe appropriately that Lepic had the football because he was terrific today with mark of the day. Here's Dipper on the boundary.
Thanks very much, Peter. Well, unfortunately, Richard, a terrific game by yourself. You couldn't be out there, but what a great game.
Oh, it was, mate. Actually, I think it's probably the best for the year to come back like that. We knew it was going to come down to the wire, and it did. And, yeah, I would have loved to have been out there now, but we won. That's the main thing.
And yourself, a slight hamstring injury there?
Yeah, just very, very tight, and I can feel it sort of twingy a bit, so I thought I'd best